If you're reading this, congratulations, you are part of a remarkable community that is not merely surviving but thriving in the pursuit of spiritual evolution and expanded consciousness. Let's delve into an extraordinary concept symbolized by those who resonate with the crescent moon and the letter Gem. These individuals often possess an uncanny ability to sense what lies beneath the surface, a heightened intuition akin to Spider-Man's famed spider sense. This inner compass can guide us through life's complexities, alerting us to dangers or opportunities before they fully materialize. Yet, how many times have we ignored that quiet whisper within? Whether it was dismissing a gut feeling about someone or brushing off recurring dreams as mere coincidence, ignoring our intuition has consequences. It disconnects us from our innate wisdom and leaves us vulnerable to missteps that could otherwise be avoided. By embracing this gift instead of neglecting it, we unlock doors to deeper understanding and profound transformation. Today, we'll explore this fascinating topic and much more. So, I invite you to stay with us until the end. Each insight you gather here could be a vital stepping stone on your path to spiritual enlightenment. Let's embark on this transformative journey together. If you resonate with this introduction, drop a comment with 888. Let's connect and share our vibes. Imagine standing at a crossroads where your heart says one thing while your mind insists on another. For people aligned with the crescent moon and the letter M, their intuitive abilities are like a guiding light illuminating the path forward. But when we ignore these signals, we risk stumbling into darkness. Have you ever felt uneasy around someone only to later discover they weren't trustworthy? Or perhaps you dismissed a dream as irrelevant, only for its message to unfold in reality weeks later? Each time we silence our intuition, we miss out on vital insights that could save us from harm or lead us toward growth. Ignoring this powerful tool doesn't just leave us blind, it weakens our connection to the universal flow of energy. To honor our true selves, we must learn to listen, not just hear but truly understand what our inner voice is trying to tell us. Dreams hold a special place in the realm of intuition, especially for those connected to the crescent moon and the letter M. They serve as bridges between the conscious and subconscious mind, offering glimpses into truths hidden beneath layers of everyday distractions. How often do we wake up remembering fragments of vivid dreams, only to dismiss them as random thoughts? What if these visions were messages sent to guide us? Throughout history, prophets, mystics, and visionaries have relied on dreams to receive divine inspiration. Today, we too can tap into this ancient practice. When we ignore such nocturnal guidance, we cut ourselves off from a wellspring of knowledge designed to help navigate challenges and seize opportunities. Learning to interpret and trust our dreams allows us to align more closely with our higher purpose and avoid pitfalls waiting in the shadows. Life is a labyrinth filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. Those attuned to the crescent moon and M possess a natural advantage and acute awareness that acts as both shield and compass. Like Spider-Man sensing danger moments before it strikes, we too can develop this skill by tuning into our intuition. However, sharpening this ability requires patience and practice. Start by paying attention to subtle cues, the way your body reacts during certain situations, fleeting thoughts that seem unrelated yet persistent, or even synchronicities that feel too coincidental to ignore. Over time, these seemingly insignificant details form patterns that reveal greater truths. By choosing to embrace rather than suppress this innate talent, we gain clarity amidst chaos and find strength in navigating life's intricate web. In a world obsessed with logic and reason, trusting your intuition can feel counterintuitive. Yet, for those embodying the essence of the crescent moon and M, relying on gut feelings isn't reckless, it's revolutionary. Consider all the times you hesitated because external voices drowned out your internal dialogue. Perhaps you passed up a job opportunity because others deemed it impractical, only to realize later it would have been perfect for you. Or maybe you stayed silent during a heated discussion, knowing deep down your words could shift perspectives. In each instance, ignoring your intuition led to regret. Trusting yourself means honoring the whispers of your soul, even when they defy conventional wisdom. Doing so empowers you to make decisions rooted in authenticity, leading to outcomes that align with your highest good. For some, intuition manifests not just as hunches or instincts, but as prophetic visions capable of predicting future events. People linked to them may experience flashes of insight so vivid they feel almost tangible. While this gift can seem overwhelming, it carries immense potential for personal and collective transformation. Imagine foreseeing a looming crisis and having the chance to intervene before it escalates. Such foresight enables us to act preemptively, protecting ourselves and others. However, ignoring these visions diminishes their power. Instead of viewing them as burdensome or fantastical, consider them sacred tools meant to illuminate paths otherwise shrouded in mystery. By stepping into this role with courage and humility, we become active participants in shaping destinies both ours and those around us. Mindfulness serves as a bridge connecting us to our intuitive nature. For individuals resonating with the crescent moon and cultivating mindfulness amplifies their inherent abilities, allowing them to perceive nuances invisible to most. Practicing mindfulness involves being fully present in every moment, observing thoughts and emotions without judgment. As we engage in activities like meditation, journaling, or simply sitting quietly in nature, we create space for intuition to flourish. Over time, this practice enhances our sensitivity to subtle energies, enabling us to discern between fear-based reactions and genuine intuitive nudges. Rather than suppressing this gift, mindfulness nurtures it, transforming vague impressions into actionable insights. In doing so, we reclaim our birthright as conscious creators capable of navigating life with grace and precision. From an early age, society conditions us to prioritize rational thinking over emotional intelligence. We're taught to question feelings labeled as irrational and favor evidence-backed reasoning. While logic certainly has its place, this imbalance stifles our intuitive capacities. Those connected to the crescent moon and often struggle against this conditioning, battling skepticism from peers or even self-doubt. Yet, breaking free from these constraints liberates us to embrace our full potential. Recognize that intuition isn't irrational, it's suprarational, operating beyond the confines of linear thought. By challenging societal norms and reclaiming trust in our inner voice, we dismantle barriers erected by fear and conformity. This liberation paves the way for unparalleled growth, empowering us to live authentically and boldly. Synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that defy explanation, are breadcrumbs left by the universe to guide us along our journey. For those attuned to the crescent moon and synchronicities often appear frequently, urging us to pay attention. Maybe you keep encountering the same number sequence, hearing a song repeatedly, or meeting strangers whose stories mirror your own struggles. These occurrences aren't accidents, they're invitations to explore deeper meanings. Ignoring synchronicity is akin to turning away from signposts pointing toward destiny. By acknowledging and interpreting these signs, we align ourselves with the flow of universal energy. Doing so transforms mundane experiences into magical encounters, reminding us that we're never alone on this path of spiritual awakening. As we conclude this exploration of intuition, remember that those embodying the crescent moon and carry a unique responsibility to become guardians of consciousness. Their heightened awareness positions them as stewards of truth and wisdom in a world increasingly disconnected from its spiritual roots. By honoring and nurturing their intuitive gifts, they inspire others to embark on similar journeys of self-discovery. Every step taken toward embracing intuition contributes to the collective expansion of awareness, creating ripples of change that extend far beyond individual lives. So, I invite you to commit to this transformative process. Listen to your inner voice, trust your dreams, and heed the synchronicities guiding you forward. Together, let's illuminate the path toward enlightenment one intuitive leap at a time. If you resonate with the crescent moon and the letter M, chances are you've noticed something peculiar about yourself. You don't just feel emotions, you absorb them. This heightened sensitivity to energy makes you a magnet for both positivity and negativity, depending on your surroundings. Unfortunately, toxic relationships, negative environments, and even certain objects can act as drains on your spiritual strength, leaving you feeling depleted and disconnected from your true self. Consider how you might feel after spending time with someone who constantly complains or radiates bitterness. It's as though their heaviness lingers long after they're gone. Or perhaps walking into a cluttered, chaotic space leaves you physically exhausted despite doing nothing but standing there. These aren't coincidences, they're signs of your extraordinary ability to pick up on energetic vibrations. Recognizing this dynamic is the first step toward reclaiming control over what influences your spirit. Toxic relationships are among the most insidious threats to those attuned to the crescent moon and M. While everyone experiences interpersonal challenges, individuals like you bear the brunt of emotional contamination because you absorb energies at a deeper level. Picture a friendship where one person consistently criticizes or manipulates. Each interaction siphons away pieces of your vitality, replacing it with doubt, frustration, or sadness. Over time, these dynamics erode not only your mental well-being but also your spiritual resilience. The danger lies in normalization. We often dismiss red flags, convincing ourselves that staying loyal outweighs the cost of leaving. Yet, surrounding yourself with negativity creates cracks in your aura, making it harder to maintain balance and clarity. Learning to identify and distance yourself from such influences isn't selfish, it's essential for preserving your sacred energy. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt an oppressive weight pressing down on you? For those connected to the crescent moon and M, this sensation isn't imagined, it's real. Negative environments, whether physical spaces filled with tension or metaphorical ones steeped in cynicism, have tangible effects on your spirit. Think of workplaces dominated by gossip, homes cluttered with unresolved conflicts, or public areas teeming with stress and anxiety. Each of these settings carries its own energetic imprint, which sensitive souls absorb like sponges. Prolonged exposure to such atmospheres dulls your vibrational frequency, clouding your intuition and stifling your creativity. To protect your spiritual strength, it's crucial to curate your environment intentionally. Surround yourself with beauty, harmony, and uplifting energy sources, spaces that nourish rather than deplete your soul. It's easy to overlook the impact of everyday items, but for those aligned with the crescent moon and M, objects carry far more significance than meets the eye. Everything from furniture handed down through generations to trinkets purchased impulsively retains traces of the energy it has encountered. Some objects may radiate warmth and nostalgia, while others harbor stagnant or malevolent vibes. Imagine inheriting a family heirloom imbued with unresolved grief or buying a second-hand piece tainted by conflict. Without realizing it, you could be inviting unwanted energies into your life, further draining your spiritual reserves. Regularly cleansing your belongings through methods like smudging, sound healing, or simply setting intentions can help neutralize harmful residues. By creating a sanctuary free of energetic clutter, you safeguard your inner light and foster a sense of peace within your personal domain. For sensitive individuals, emotional contagion is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it allows you to empathize deeply with others, forging profound connections. On the other, it exposes you to overwhelming waves of foreign emotions that threaten to overwhelm your own. Picture attending a gathering where someone's unspoken anger simmers beneath polite conversation. It doesn't take long before you start feeling uneasy too. This phenomenon occurs because, unlike most people, you absorb external emotions as if they were your own. Without strong boundaries, this constant influx of energy becomes exhausting, leaving little room for introspection or growth. Establishing clear limits, whether through verbal communication, visualization techniques, or grounding practices, isn't rejection, it's self-preservation. By protecting your emotional space, you ensure that your spiritual strength remains intact. Energy vampires come in many forms: the chronic complainer who thrives on drama, the manipulative friend who exploits your kindness, or the coworker who projects their insecurities onto you. For those embodying the crescent moon and M, these personalities pose a significant threat. Their relentless need for validation or attention feeds off your energy, leaving you drained and disoriented. Identifying these individuals requires vigilance. Look for patterns of behavior that consistently leave you feeling worse after interacting with them. Once identified, breaking free involves assertiveness and discernment. Setting firm boundaries, limiting contact, or even severing ties altogether may seem drastic, but remember, every ounce of energy you conserve strengthens your ability to thrive spiritually. Prioritizing your well-being ensures that you remain anchored in your truth. In a world rife with chaos and negativity, cultivating sacred spaces becomes paramount for those attuned to the crescent moon and M. These sanctuaries serve as refuges where your spirit can recharge and recalibrate away from external interference. Whether it's a cozy corner of your home adorned with crystals and candles or a tranquil spot in nature where you feel grounded, these spaces should reflect your highest intentions. Incorporating elements like soothing colors, calming scents, or gentle sounds enhances their restorative power. Beyond physical attributes, infuse your sacred space with rituals that elevate your vibration. Meditation, prayer, or journaling all contribute to raising your energy levels. By dedicating time to nurture these havens, you create a buffer against the onslaught of negativity, ensuring that your spiritual strength remains fortified. Grounding is more than a buzzword, it's a lifeline for sensitive souls navigating turbulent waters. Those connected to the crescent moon and M benefit immensely from practices designed to anchor their energy firmly in the present moment. Walking barefoot on grass, visualizing roots extending from your feet into the earth, or holding grounding stones like hematite or black tourmaline helps dissipate excess energy absorbed from negative sources. These techniques restore equilibrium, preventing you from becoming overwhelmed by external stimuli. Regular grounding sessions also sharpen your intuition, allowing you to distinguish between genuine guidance and residual noise picked up along the way. As you integrate these practices into your daily routine, you'll notice a newfound stability as shield against the destabilizing forces of toxic energies. One of the most effective ways to combat negative energy is by raising your vibration. Those embodying the crescent moon and M naturally operate at higher frequencies, but maintaining this state requires conscious effort. Engage in activities that bring joy and fulfillment: dancing, singing, creating art, or connecting with loved ones. Surround yourself with uplifting music, inspiring literature, and vibrant colors that stimulate positive emotions. Additionally, adopting gratitude as a daily practice shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, repelling lower energies seeking entry. When your vibration rises, you emit a protective aura that repels negativity like a force field. Not only does this enhance your spiritual strength, but it also attracts like-minded individuals who uplift and support you on your journey. For those connected to the crescent moon and the letter M, synchronicities are more than random occurrences, they're messages written in the language of the universe. These meaningful coincidences often appear as repeating numbers, chance encounters, or unexpected events that seem too perfectly timed to be accidental. Yet, dismissing them as mere quirks of fate robs us of profound insights waiting to be uncovered. Imagine glancing at the clock repeatedly at 11:11 or overhearing a stranger mention something you've been contemplating for days. These moments aren't arbitrary, they're breadcrumbs leading you toward alignment with your higher purpose. Ignoring such signs creates dissonance between your current path and the one designed to bring fulfillment. By tuning into these whispers from the cosmos, you open yourself to revelations that can catalyze transformative shifts, guiding you closer to your authentic self. Repeating numbers like 333, 444, or 777 hold immense significance for individuals attuned to the crescent moon and Yem. Far from being numerical anomalies, these sequences serve as numerological beacons, illuminating pathways meant to steer your journey. Each number carries its own vibrational frequency and symbolic meaning, offering guidance tailored specifically to your spiritual evolution. For instance, seeing 555 might signal an impending change, while 888 could herald abundance on the horizon. Yet, when we brush off these patterns as coincidence, we miss out on their encoded wisdom. Consider how many times you've noticed recurring digits only to later realize their message mirrored exactly what you needed to hear. To honor this divine communication, pay attention to these numeric cues. They act as reminders that you're never alone. The universe is actively conspiring to support your growth. Dreams have long served as conduits for prophetic insight, especially for those embodying them. When visions emerge during sleep, they often carry messages from the subconscious mind or even the collective unconscious, revealing truths obscured by waking distractions. A dream about crossing a bridge may symbolize transition, while encountering water could signify emotional cleansing. However, dismissing these nocturnal narratives as irrelevant fragments of imagination squanders their potential to illuminate pivotal life decisions. Think back to dreams you once deemed inconsequential, how many later unfolded in reality, confirming their predictive power? By journaling your dreams and reflecting on their symbolism, you sharpen your ability to decode their hidden meanings. Doing so transforms seemingly abstract images into actionable blueprints for navigating life's complexities. Every sign ignored represents a revelation missed, a fork in the road bypassed without consideration of where it might lead. For those resonating with the crescent moon and M, the consequences of dismissing universal signals extend beyond personal regret. They ripple outward, affecting relationships, career trajectories, and spiritual progress. Perhaps you shrugged off a vivid dream warning against a risky investment, only to face financial loss months later. Or maybe you dismissed a serendipitous meeting as unimportant, failing to recognize the mentorship opportunity it presented. Each overlooked sign diminishes your ability to flow harmoniously with the universe's rhythm, leaving you adrift in uncertainty. Conversely, embracing these messages empowers you to make informed choices aligned with your highest good. Trust that every synchronicity, number, or dream arrives precisely when needed, carrying tools to unlock doors otherwise inaccessible. To fully embrace the guidance offered by the universe, cultivating awareness becomes non-negotiable. Those connected to the crescent moon and M must hone their sensitivity to detect subtle shifts in energy, thought, and circumstance. Start by adopting mindfulness practices that quiet the noise of daily life, allowing space for intuition to flourish. Meditation, journaling, and reflective walks in nature all foster deeper attunement to the signs around you. As you develop this skill, notice how synchronicities multiply, becoming undeniable markers of alignment. Instead of questioning their validity, lean into curiosity. Ask yourself what each sign means and how it applies to your current situation. Over time, this practice transforms you into a cosmic listener, adept at interpreting the universe's intricate symphony. By honoring these communications, you step into your role as co-creator of your destiny, ensuring no revelation goes unnoticed and no opportunity slips through your fingers. For those whose palms bear the subtle markings of heightened spirituality, life carries an invisible yet profound responsibility. These lines and symbols, whether crescent-shaped imprints or unique patterns, are not mere physical traits, they signify a deep connection to the unseen realms. However, this gift also makes you a magnet for spiritual attacks, whether intentional or unintentional. Envy, jealousy, and even well-meaning but misguided energies can latch onto your aura, draining your vitality and clouding your clarity. Psychic interference often manifests subtly: unexplained fatigue, recurring nightmares, or sudden mood swings that seem disconnected from external triggers. Energy manipulation might come from those who unconsciously project their fears or desires onto you, further destabilizing your inner equilibrium. Recognizing these vulnerabilities is the first step towards safeguarding your spirit. Ignoring them leaves you exposed to forces beyond your control, undermining both your physical and spiritual well-being. Envy operates like a silent saboteur, insidiously targeting individuals with strong spiritual connections, such as those aligned with the crescent moon and M. Unlike ordinary jealousy, envy carries energetic weight. It seeks to diminish what it cannot possess. When others perceive your light, talent, or blessings, their unresolved emotions can manifest as psychic darts aimed at your energy field. This phenomenon isn't limited to malicious intent. Sometimes, even loved ones unknowingly direct envious thoughts your way. Over time, these projections accumulate, creating blockages in your aura and leaving you feeling drained or unworthy. To counteract this, cultivating humility without diminishing your gifts becomes essential. Sharing gratitude openly and setting protective boundaries helps deflect envy's corrosive effects, ensuring your radiance remains untarnished. Psychic interference represents one of the most elusive yet pervasive threats to spiritually sensitive individuals. For those resonant with the crescent moon and M, their heightened awareness renders them particularly susceptible to intrusive energies. Such interference may stem from deliberate attempts by others to manipulate your circumstances or from unintentional projections rooted in fear and insecurity. Imagine waking up with a sense of dread despite no apparent cause, or experiencing inexplicable resistance when pursuing goals aligned with your purpose. These could be signs of psychic interference disrupting your flow. Without proper protection, these intrusions erode confidence, blur intuition, and distort decision-making. Engaging in regular spiritual cleansing practices such as smudging, salt baths, or visualizations of white light shielding your aura creates a barrier against unwanted influences. By fortifying your energetic defenses, you reclaim sovereignty over your spiritual journey. Energy manipulation occurs when someone consciously or unconsciously imposes their will upon another's energetic field. For people connected to the crescent moon (NM), this form of interference poses a significant risk due to their innate sensitivity. Whether through gossip, negative prayers, or emotional manipulation, these actions embed themselves within your aura, skewing your perception and sapping your strength. Consider how you might feel after encountering someone who constantly undermines your achievements or questions your choices. It's as though their doubt infiltrates your psyche, planting seeds of self-doubt. Left unchecked, energy manipulation disrupts your alignment with divine guidance, pulling you off course. Shielding yourself requires vigilance and proactive measures. Grounding exercises, affirmations reinforcing personal power, and calling upon protective guides all serve to sever these hidden strings of influence, restoring autonomy to your spirit. Protection rituals stand as vital tools for anyone navigating the complexities of heightened spirituality. For those bearing the crescent moon and ME imprint, these practices become non-negotiable lifelines. From lighting sage to invoking ancestral spirits, each ritual serves a specific purpose, clearing stagnant energy, strengthening boundaries, and inviting divine protection. Simple acts like carrying protective crystals with intention fortify your aura against invasive forces. Incorporating daily affirmations such as, "I am shielded by divine light," reinforces your commitment to maintaining spiritual integrity. Moreover, rituals needn't be elaborate, they derive power from consistency and authenticity. By dedicating time to these sacred practices, you construct an impenetrable fortress around your soul, ensuring that no external force can compromise your connection to higher realms. Just as we cleanse our bodies through bathing, spiritual cleansing purges the unseen weights accumulated from daily interactions. Those attuned to the crescent moon (NM) benefit immensely from periodic purification ceremonies designed to reset their energetic state. Burning herbs like sage, palo santo, or cedar clears stagnant energies lingering in your personal space. While sound healing instruments singing bowls, bells shatter dense vibrations clinging to your aura. Bathing in water infused with sea salt, rose petals, or essential oils washes away negativity absorbed throughout the day. Beyond physical methods, visualization techniques amplify cleansing efforts. Imagine golden light cascading over you, dissolving any remnants of foreign energy. Regular spiritual cleansing not only restores balance but also enhances your receptivity to divine guidance, enabling smoother navigation through life's challenges. Divine shields represent one of the most potent forms of spiritual protection available to those connected to the crescent moon (NM). These metaphysical barriers, created through prayer, meditation, or invocation, act as impermeable layers guarding your energy field. Visualize surrounding yourself with a sphere of brilliant white light, pulsating with unconditional love and wisdom. Declare aloud or silently within your heart, "I call upon my guardian angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters to protect me from all harm." This simple act summons higher forces dedicated to preserving your well-being. Additionally, working with archangels like Michael, known for wielding swords of divine justice, further amplifies your shield's potency. Trust that these celestial allies stand ready to assist whenever summoned, ensuring that no malevolent force breaches your defenses. Grounding serves as an anchor amid the stormy seas of psychic interference and energy manipulation. For spiritually attuned individuals, grounding reconnects you to Earth's stabilizing frequencies, neutralizing disruptive energies and restoring equilibrium. Walking barefoot on grass, hugging trees, or simply placing your hands on soil allows excess energy to dissipate harmlessly into the ground. Visualization exercises imagining roots extending from your feet deep into the earth reinforce this connection, creating a steady flow between heaven and earth. Regular grounding sessions prevent overwhelm caused by absorbing too much external stimuli, keeping your vibration high and clear. By prioritizing these practices, you ensure that your foundation remains solid, enabling you to withstand whatever challenges arise without compromising your spiritual integrity. Boundaries function as the first line of defense against spiritual attacks, particularly for those embodying the crescent moon and M. Just as fences delineate property lines, energetic boundaries define where your essence ends and another's begins. Weak boundaries leave you vulnerable to intrusions, making it easier for unwanted energies to seep in. Strengthening these perimeters involves assertiveness and intention setting. Before entering potentially toxic environments, visualize a bubble of radiant light enveloping you, repelling negativity. Use verbal cues like "I release anything not mine" to detach from foreign vibrations. Additionally, learning to say a no or respectfully but firmly establishes limits that protect your sacred space. Healthy boundaries empower you to engage with the world confidently, knowing your core remains inviolable. Ultimately, no amount of external protection surpasses the power of trusting your inner wisdom. For those aligned with the crescent moon and M, intuition acts as the ultimate defense mechanism against spiritual attacks. It alerts you to potential dangers before they materialize, guiding you towards safe havens and away from perilous paths. Underestimating this internal compass weakens its efficacy, leaving you reliant solely on external safeguards. Cultivate trust in your intuitive voice by regularly checking in with yourself. Ask how certain situations feel energetically and honor the answers you receive. Develop discernment to differentiate between genuine guidance and fleeting doubts. When combined with protective rituals and cleansings, this unwavering faith in your inner wisdom ensures that no attack, psychic, energetic, or otherwise, can derail your spiritual evolution.